Okay, I'm trying to help a person who's having a problem with the CTC-7. One of the issues they have is a weak signal and some potential sync issues. The TV was aligned not by me, but by somebody who has done this alignment before, so we should assume the alignment's not an issue. But if we still have a weak signal, one of the things that came up in the discussion was the replacement of diodes. Those are diodes that are on the IF board. You'll notice the band. This is important, which way the band goes. Look at the board. You'll see the orientation of the diode. You'll make sure those are in the right direction. Also, generally speaking, either germanium diodes, they are sensitive to heat. So it's very important that you put a heat sink on that. A heat sink would typically be a hemostat like this. So what you would do is you would clamp onto that wire after you've inserted it into the board, and then solder from the bottom. Same way on the other side. The hemostat will absorb the heat from the soldering iron, so it doesn't get into the germanium diode. To test this, since there's some question as to whether or not that was done, would be to lift one leg of the diode out. Put the sink on it so you don't destroy it taking it out. Unsolder it, remove it. Now with the diode out of the circuit, you can use a simple multimeter type tester where you can check for reversing the polarity. You'll have two different readings in resistance, or some of them have diode checks. You can play around with that. I would recommend getting a replacement diode, testing it out of the circuit so you know how it should be. Then you lift one leg and you test this. If it tests correct, then it's not the diode. And also, if you confirm that the direction is correct, it's not the diode. We can just move on from that. Another issue that was discussed was sync separation. Let me see if I can get to that quickly without making everybody wait too long. Oh, it's on the same board. All right, hold on. Let me zoom in on this. This capacitor right here, number 321, that is a coupling cap in the sync separator circuit. So the same gentleman who's having a problem with this TV, the initial problem presented as poor synchronization from what he was describing. And if I can get to the schematic on that, remember that was C321. Here we go. This is right here. Uh, 321 coupling cap. If this coupling cap right here is leaky at all, it'll upset the bias of this sync separator tube. If that is upset, if there's wrong voltages here, there's no way you'll get proper sync separation. So this is a very suspect cap. Typically those are bumblebees, at least that's the way it's presented in this particular service manual, but they're not always bumblebees. But this is a must replace cap. Sync separation is very dependent upon correct voltages, because basically remember what you're trying to do is you have a composite signal coming in and you want a sync signal coming out. Too much signal gets through, you get some video noise in your sync. Not enough signal comes through, you don't get a strong enough sync pulse to control the synchronization of the various oscillators, the vertical and the horizontal. So that's 321 absolutely is the #1 go-to spot. And it's easy missed because it's hidden on the IF board under a shield. So a lot of times people don't even lift that shield to look at it, and they don't realize that, it's kind of weird too. Why is this cap on the IF board? Well, it's just the way it is, 300B. So I hope this helps. Let's check it out. Let me know. Thanks.